Hello, today I am coming to you from Houston International Airport on the way to Coach Summit 2017. I get to talk to you today. My name is Ashley Mahaffey about, what am I talking to you about? Overcoming fear as a coach in this business. And I love this lesson because there's so many times in our lives that we can draw upon to help us grounded and be okay with, oh, that's just fear. It's okay. I'm going to let that struggle and that fear pass. And because you can tap into old situations. So let me just give you a couple of examples. A lot of coaches come into this business with the fear of, oh my gosh, I don't know. Ask yourself, what are you most afraid of? Like, what's the worst thing that could happen if you were to start talking to people and telling them that you were a health and fitness coach? That you partnered with Beachbody, if you're a trainer or a fitness professional, you partner with Beachbody to get people better results, to help get yourself off the training floor. What's the worst thing that could happen? I'll tell you what the worst thing is. The worst thing is that you feel rejected, right? You don't want to put yourself out there, be icky, be salesy, have people, your friends and your family turn on you and be like, oh, you're in that MLM thing, right? So those are the fears that we have all experienced. I experienced that. So I'm going to go over a couple of fears, and then at the end, I'm going to try to hopefully help you find a little bit more clarity so that you can attach yourself to one of the three fears or pains that most people experience. And then you'll be able to solve your own problems when you're feeling like a little fear kind of comes up and like how to move through it. All right. So one of my mentors is Brendon Burchard. You may have heard of him. He wrote The Charge. And he talks about three pains. And in our business as Beachbody coaches, we come into this business with three things. We come into it with fear, right? I don't want to be icky. I don't want to be salesy. I don't want I don't want to lose friends. And we come in with fear. We come in with not a lot of skill. Like, we really don't have a lot of skill in like how to navigate the back office, or how to run a challenge group, or even like how do I sign up a coach? How do I talk to somebody about coaching? And then the third thing is that we come in with those people that we do know, those people that are part of our market, that want us to win, that want to cheer us on, that want to champion us. Okay, so knowing that, you can overcome the not knowing a lot of skill, right? That's why you're in this group, so that you can learn more techniques and skills, and then you can strengthen that muscle of competency by practicing it over and over again, and then you'll feel more confident. So there is that infinity loop, right? That infinity loop is the competence. Once you more competence, then it loops down to more confidence. You become more confident and have more skill. You practice, you get more confident. It's the same when we're building muscle, right? You don't just lift like the weights one time and have like an incredible bicep. You've got to put it under tension over time, and then it builds muscle. Same thing in this business. That's why I love the fitness, the fact that we have fitness and nutrition. You can relate it to nutrition with your clients, with yourself. When you're working with your clients and you're changing nutrition, you don't just start adding 8 glasses of water and cut out all, unhealthy fats and nasty gluten inflammatory foods, and then overnight you're like shredded. No, that's not how it works. It's the compound effect of doing the right things over and over again. Okay, so the 3 types of pain that Brendon talks about, and then you might want to write this down, is the first one is the fear of loss. Okay? That guy was just smiling at us, right? The fear of loss. Okay, so I joined this coaching thing with my friend because I thought it was a good idea, but I think I'm going to lose some friendships along the way. People are not going to support me. Maybe, the 5 people that I think that would be great coaches in this business with me. By the way, that's a bad mindset to come in with let's make a deal. You've got 3 doors, and then you can't think of that. Think I'm going to be here a year from now. I'm going to figure it out, slowly apply myself. But the fear of loss is real. We all have it, you know. People have it in fitness. If they start losing weight, I know that people think that they're going to lose their friendships, right? They do lose their friendships. But think about the other side of it. Instead of the loss, think about the gains, right? Instead of think about the loss of like, oh my gosh, my free time now as a stay-at-home mom is now going to be learning, and I'm going to be having to talk to more people. I'm an introvert, right? I actually am an introvert. I like to go out and burst, get filled up a little bit with energy, but then I like to spend most of my time alone. So I'm like an introvert with a little bit of extrovert in me, very little. But the fact that you'll feel that you're going to lose your free time, you might be losing time with your friends or your coworkers that you currently have in another job, because you're going to be learning stuff. You're going to be talking to new people, or you might feel like, I'm doing this Beachbody business, and might be giving up part of my paycheck, well, do the flip side, okay? Think about all the gains that you're going to have. You know, when you first started your fitness journey, you had to go through these fears, but then you thought about the gains. Wow, what am I going to look like when I reach my goal? But even better, what am I going to feel like? And then outside of that, there's benefit extension. Who else is going to be impacted by my choice and my decisions to make these changes in my life? So at becoming a coach, you're now equipped with this knowledge to help people, right? Think about all the people that you can help, but you're not going to help them by being quiet, right? You're going to be able to have more freedom to earn more income than you did, hopefully, than you're doing now, is what I'm assuming. You're going to be able to, even though it's going to be difficult and you're going to face some challenges and you might lose some friendships, you're going to gain friendships that are going to lift you up and bring you to upgrade your life so that you can really reach out and touch others. You'll be able to tap into personal growth mentors virtually through books, through seminars, through our personal development, which is one of our vital behaviors, so that you're going to be able to upgrade your life in a way that's so much more meaningful than it is right now. I guarantee you that's the number one thing besides friendships that I can say that this business has given me, is the ability that I know that no matter what, I am going to be able to figure things out. I have the confidence that I've pushed through hard things and I've grown myself as a person. So you just know that you will be better off having gone through the challenge. Okay? Focus on the gains, not the losses. The second pain is process pain. Oh my gosh, it's going to be hard. You're going to have to stay up maybe an hour later to get through this training, right? Take notes, to follow up with people that you've been in contact with. You know, that's the process. And that's not going to be convenient all the time, right? When other people are, going out on a Friday night, you might be like, oh, I'll join you in like an hour, or I might have to leave an hour early because I've got a Zoom in the morning with my team or my challengers, and they're counting on me, and I got to cut it short, So the process might not be that, it's not going to be easy. It's going to be challenging. But you know what? When you don't feel challenged, you are comfortable. And when you get too comfortable, you can slip back into feeling what Brendan talks about as being caged. And that's not a good place to be. That's a place where you're miserable and you're not feeling alive. So the fact that you're going to have to grow and learn something and be challenged, just know that's part of the journey. It's part of the struggle. And when you just address it like, oh, hey, struggle, and just move through it, it's so cool. It's going to be amazing what you'll be able to do with your life and be able to touch other people's lives. The third pain that I'd like to talk to you about is the outcome pain. Of doing this Beachbody thing. Like, what if, in the end, what if I don't really make a connection with anybody? What if I don't help anybody? What if I give them the link, they buy up, they get in the challenge, they get in the challenge group, and then they don't get results? Okay, let me just tell you that will happen. You will pour everything into your challengers. And hopefully it's not your first challenger. I had 5 challengers in my first challenge group. Only 1 out of 5 actually followed through, and I poured a lot into them. Why? Because if getting fit and healthy was easy, everybody would do it. They might get healthy in the first 21 days, but they might not maintain it. So it's your job to learn from those setbacks and those mistakes. What can you do to set up expectations for people a little bit better as you're moving forward? Okay. The other thing is, instead of focusing on the what ifs negative, focusing on the visualization and the powerful intention of what your business is going to be in your life, like that why that your coach talked to you about. If you can focus on that and really visualize that, every morning I go through and I visualize at least some piece of my why, my story, my future, where I'm going, and I have that intention. I know that those days that I do that are going to be better days that I'm going to be able to serve people greater and feel more confident in the struggle. When people are talking to me about negative stuff that's going on in their life, and it might be a quick text, and they might need to vent, and I did that myself today. I just have to quickly get it back to gratitude. I am grateful that I get to have a chance to work out every day for a living, to help people, and I'm going to focus on that and not the what if. What if, as we are launching at this time of this video into a new country, what if I put some effort into that and it doesn't pan out, like nobody joins? I'm sure that I will have made an impact. I will have learned something in the journey that I'll be able to use in my business in some way to share with someone else. So focus on the gratitude, the joy, the happiness of what this business brings to you. The fact that you get to take care of your health every day, that you found Shakeology, that you found your coach. Like that right there is a flippin' win. Take it day by day, one step at a time, and as Trina said to many of us, celebrate the inches, right? This business is not set up in miles. It's celebrated in inches. It's one in inches. Every day, try to create 8 to 12 inches. One of the inches is listening to this video. Another inch is going to be doing maybe following up with people. Another inch is your invites. Get 8 to 12 inches, connecting with your sponsor, making a post. Those are all inches. Celebrate the inches and have that intention about winning at life. And then you will be unstoppable and people will want to join you. They want to know where you're going because they feel that enthusiasm in you. It's not what you know, it's how you feel. All right, you guys, I hope that helps in overcoming your fears. I am so excited for you. Just talking about this makes me so much more pumped about my business and my day. Have a great day and enjoy the rest of the training.